Jesse Ashmore coming to you from the road for a change. It's nice to be back on the road a little bit, and even though I'm still here in the great state of Texas, you know, filming from the road is something I'm passionate about, and I love making these videos for you, so I really appreciate that you watch them, that I hope you find them inspirational, positive, and uplifting. That is what they are intended to be. So without further ado, I'm talking about general civil litigation, but before I start, I'd be remiss to not acknowledge the challenges that our nation is facing. The death of Mr. Floyd has caused us as a nation to question how we're living and how we're living up to the rhetoric of our own revolution, and that we are all one people and we are all created equal, and we are going to heal and find a way out of that. And it reminds me of the motto of our great nation, E pluribus unum, out of many, one, as well as the unending coronavirus pandemic, which has upended so many of our friends and neighbors financially, causing frustration, inability to provide for their family, questions about how school is going to look going forward, and we're praying for resolution of these great challenges. So we're talking about Texas civil litigation, and the next step after the parties are all involved in the lawsuit, after due process has been met, is discovery. And that's, you know, I like to analogize this as to the filing of the lawsuit and the service of the lawsuit is like the coin toss and the kickoff in a football game. Discovery is the actual second quarter, right before halftime, where the parties are asking each other questions. They're asking each other to produce documents and records. They're asking each other questions in live depositions where people go meet in a conference room and there's a court reporter there, and you give testimony as if you were on the witness stand at the courthouse, but the judge doesn't have to be there. And the reason why these things are done, requests for documents, interrogatories, which are written questions that need to be sworn to, and there's also requests for admissions, which are used to get concessions on generally uncontested matters. And that is, a lot of clients, corporate or otherwise, I have over the years have had a lot of frustration over the discovery process. But the discovery process is critical because it's how each side can figure out the documents and things and answers to questions that can help them evaluate risk. And evaluating risk is critical because without being able to properly evaluate risk, the parties cannot really take the next step of the civil litigation process, which is almost universally ordered alternative dispute resolution, which we call mediation. Mediation I'll get into more in the next video series, but without going through the discovery process where each side has a chance to serve questions and requests for documents on the other side, same thing, and then everybody can evaluate the risk in the case. That's especially critical when you have large amounts of money at issue, or sometimes even small amounts of money at issue, because without the ability to evaluate the risk, the parties really just don't know how meritorious or not the other side's claim may or may not be. So discovery, it's not a fun process, but it's a necessary process to know where all the pieces are on the board. And that's the best way to explain it. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a question or comment. I'll get back to you in a subsequent video series next on civil litigation from the road.